This is GeroTheHero, and this is my review of Konosuba Season 2, Episode 3. What I liked in this episode is that Kazumi tries to make the best of a situation. He tries to have fun with Megumi and her crazy explosion adventures, but day in and day out of this, he just can't take it. And the whole drinking water and not doing anything because darkness is missing. So they managed to get a quest that basically they get to do a secret mission where no one knows about it, and they have to explore an unexplored area of the lowest dungeon, which of course for them is really impossible because of how weak they are. They almost mess it up because a guy overhears them, but it's funny that Kazumi uses a pass to the succubus thing, and he kept it either from that last time or maybe he bought another one. We don't really know, but he uses that and they luckily get past that. When they get to the dungeon, what I think is great is that whenever Kazumi uses his powers, they always look like this super impressive CGI graphics because he gets a new power called Foresight, and it kind of looks like infrared goggles or something like that. But of course, it doesn't matter because Aqua alerts enemies anyways. What's scary is that the undead show up and Aqua's for once actually useful, which of course Kazumi is wary as well because this hasn't happened. We're introduced to this leech that at first they thought they were going to have to fight, but he tells them this mini story, and what throws it off is, okay, he looked like a really nice kid, and he basically, he was in love with the princess, but of course King didn't like it, but he ran off with her anyways. And of course, now we see how he looks now. And of course, it's not this intimidating looking skeleton guy that, he would think he would look like the guy from Overlord, but he ends up looking like a kid's version of a skeleton. After Aqua actually successfully exercises him and his love, we find out that Aqua was a screw-up after all, because of her holy power, she was attracting all the undead in the dungeon. If she wasn't there, they wouldn't have had any encounters. And it's funny because Kazumi kind of pulls a scummy move of using his stealth to kind of get out of the way, and he pretty much abandons Aqua. And of course, throughout this episode, it's funny because Megumi's pretending or practicing to do more explosions, but she's holding back. And it just never stopped getting funny. Especially afterwards when they go back to the bar, everybody wants him to show off his still technique, and of course, that one thief girl that basically taught him his skill takes her underwears away. And then, of course, Megumi's trying to drink beer, but every time something happens, even Yin comes by and treats her to some beer, and they're about to drink it, but of course it gets dumped over. And then, of course, throughout the episode, we get little glimpses, this episode and last episode, of what's happening in darkness. And, of course, it's all blackened out, so we don't know what the heck's going on. But it looks like they're torturing her, basically. Based on what I saw in the preview, it looks like we're going to actually find out what the heck happened to Darkness. And I'm kind of wondering if the person that we saw is Darkness dressed up in, formal attire, so we'll have to see what happened. Great episode, really funny. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next episode. So like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.